Yo, welcome to the first episode of Playmaker's Perspective, where we talk all things football. I'm your host, Tysen Norton, and I'm really proud to be bringing this to you guys. Some of you may know me from my television days.
Allegra is the fastest, non-drowsy allergy relief you can get. In just 1 hour, it starts working, helping you break through even the toughest allergy symptoms. For powerful, continuous relief that stays strong for a full 24 hours. Get back to the moment with Allegra.
Moving on, some of you may also know me from my track and field antics. Now, lastly, but definitely not least, a lot of you know me from what I do on the field.
There we go. There we go.
So, now that you know that I'm all of those things, a little bit more about myself. Like I said before, my name's Tysen Norton, born in Brooksville, Florida. And I really created this podcast to do exactly what it sounds like, just give my perspective on things. And I wanted to start something like this because not many people in my position are doing so. I'm obviously a high school student now, and still playing the quarterback position. That clip was actually from earlier this season. But yeah, that's the real purpose behind this. I just wanted to give a space where I can bring on guests and give you a platform, give myself a platform to be able to speak on different things, speak on my experiences, and have guests that come on and speak on what they've been through and be able to help the viewers, not only to be entertaining to them, but to educate them, to be encouraging to people that are watching. So that's really why I started this Playmaker's Perspective podcast. And speaking on guests, types of guests that I'll be having on this show will be things in the field of obviously football, because that's really why I centered this whole thing around. But so it'll be players, current players, college players, even professional players, coaches, people that are in the NIL field, recruitment field, nutritionists, so that we can learn how to eat properly and take care of ourselves, because it's bigger than just what you do on the field. You get what I'm saying? So that'll be a type of guest we have on here. Sports medicine, people that are agents. Like it's what I'm doing here is just showing people that it's more than football. So that's the type of guests that we'll have on here. People that are connected to all of it, so you can get their perspectives and see what their views are to help you be as successful as possible. So that's really the main sole purpose of what this podcast is. Now, a question that I was asked the other day was, who would your top 3 dream guests be for this show? And now, it took some thinking, not for this first one, but for the second 2, it actually took a second for me to figure out what I would want. But number 1 was a no-brainer. My number 1 dream guest would be Lamar Jackson. Like, I'd love to have a show where he's on here and just to be able to listen and be a sponge and just learn from the things that he's gone through. Because I feel like we're so similar, especially being that we're both from Florida, both quarterbacks. It's a lot of similarities I see between me and himself. So just being able to be in the same space and listen to him and have him come onto my platform and speak would be a dream come true. Now, my second dream guest would probably be Travis Hunter. Because, I mean, we all know what he's doing right now. Heisman candidate. Honestly, Heisman favorite in my eyes. 2-way player for Colorado. Just a generational talent, you know. He's actually doing his thing on his podcast, his own podcast. So, yeah, it'd be another player that I feel like I'm very similar to. Him also being from Florida, like I said. Yeah, I feel like I could learn from him just as much. Even though we're not in the same position, it's still kind of we've been through some of the same things. And I just love to be able to hear from him, have him on this platform as well. And lastly, honestly, my most wanted guest that I'd probably want on here in the future would be one of the fans, one of the people that are watching and were able to actually take something from this podcast. I want someone that's been able to see my view and feel like they were encouraged by me or uplifted or were just informed. Anybody that was able to take something from this, I'd love to have them come onto the show and actually speak with me and speak with you guys. That'd be a dream come true. And yeah, that'd probably be my 3 dream guests to have on the show. On to the second question. There was another question that I was also asked the other day as well before starting this podcast. Was who is your biggest motivator, biggest pusher? Who keeps you going when you feel like you have nothing left to give? Like, who is your biggest pusher? And I would say that is my mother. She's very successful herself, so that's first. That she's very successful in her own field, so that's just an example for me in itself. Without her doing anything, just being her and doing what she does is another, just an image that I get to look at. So that's one way that she motivates me without even saying anything. But she's been a motivator since I started playing football when I was 7 years old. I didn't really I knew I had the talent when I started, but I didn't really have that love for the game. I didn't really like it, and I wasn't as great as I wanted to be. So when you're feeling all of those feelings, you feel like quitting when you're going through that. And she was the person that kept me going and didn't let me quit on myself. And I made it through the season and realized, hey, maybe I like this. And she's like, if this is what you want to do, I'm behind you 100%. And she's still pushing me to this day. And she's the one that's kind of helped me set this up as we speak. This podcast in itself is something that she's helped me do. She said, if this is what you want to do, I'm going to push you in all aspects. It's not going to be just on the field. It's going to be in the classroom. It's going to be in the entertainment field because it's going to be social media. She's doing all of these things. So she's helping me with building a relationship with God, staying on top of, like I said, schoolwork, just taking care of my things at the house. She's not just a pusher in football. So that's what I think makes her my biggest pusher, because it's like I said before, it's more than just football. This is life. So having a relationship with God, staying on top of my grades, making sure I'm training, making sure I'm eating right. Like, this is all stuff that she doesn't have to do. This is all stuff that I wanted, that she said, okay, if this is what you want, we're going 100%. Why not take it all the way? And that's what I think has changed my mindset. Her pushing me and her motivating me has made my mindset to the point where it's like, there's nothing that can stop me. Like, if they can do it, why can't I? Why not me? That's where I'm at now, because of the motivation that she's giving me. So yeah, my mom would be my biggest pusher. So yeah, this is just a little introduction episode, just to give you guys an idea of what it's going to be like. We're going to have a lot of great guests, a lot of entertaining things going on here, a lot of informative things. So we'll have a lot of fun doing this. Nothing is going to be exactly the same as the last episode, so it keeps you on your toes, makes you have to come back for the next one. So with that being said, I thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And like I always tell my friends and family, live every moment and play every game like it's your last.